meeting. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so as Mohan, you were saying you wanted me to show your screen, so let's go for that first. Okay, so let's see your screen. I made you the presenter.
Yeah, okay. I think you need to accept it.
I think you have, oh, okay, I can see you.
Yeah.
Use the new presenter now. You can show your screen.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see now, right?
Okay, yeah, so you have already configured, your Linux is installed, and you have
Yeah,
all
Linux.
the software in place.
Yeah, it is VMware Workstation Pro. I installed Oracle Linux 6.5 and JDK 1.8 update 77 and just like generic and Fusion middleware Weblogic and database 12c and OHS 11g you told.
Yeah,
That's
that's
it,
good.
right?
Yeah, so this is what we need. What about Rakesh? Do you have everything in place, Rakesh? He's in the meeting. I'm not sure whether he can hear this.
I think he's in the meeting, but
Okay, anyways, so you have this Linux installed. So because Rakesh yesterday were asking for some of
yeah.
the softwares.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get started with these things first. We'll install
Mm-hmm.
this operating system and then let's proceed with this installation. Okay.
Yeah, I mean operating system is installed, I think, from my side. So I
Yeah.
need to install Java and as it goes.
Okay, so you have things in place. That is good. So I'll take back control
Yeah.
from me and then let's get started. Okay.
Okay, sure. So I think you got the control, right?
Yeah, no, that's fine. I've taken it. I think you can view
Yeah.
my screen now.
Yeah, I can view that.
Okay.
Hmm.
I cannot hear anything from Rakesh, but I hope he can see this.
Yes, yes, I can. Can you hear me now, right?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you now. Good, Rakesh. Welcome.
Okay, okay.
GB will not be sufficient, so let me 24 GB should be okay. So I've just created a machine and I'm trying to install Linux on this. Okay, going ahead with the installation. Just testing my disk. Okay, so media check is successful. Okay, right. Let's do a continue. Is my screen viewable, or I should make it, on a bigger size?
For me, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine with me also.
My mouse is hanging. 1 second. Okay, finally it came. Let's make it a bigger size so that it's visible. And let me do this. So these are the default options I'm selecting. Going with the basic storage devices, so it sets up everything on its own. I think shorter one was better because it shows everything. Okay, so basic storage. Discard my data. And let me name it BASP DRNG dot linux.com, or let's say BASP. We can also check for configure network. I think these all things you have done already, right?
Yes.
Just checking for the options. If I need anything else. Okay, so I don't need this as of now. So this is starting the process.
Okay, I have one doubt. So yesterday we means you have told me to download two JDK, right?
Yes.
One is 80 plus, one is 50 plus. So are we going to use both of the JDKs in here?
Okay, so yes, we are going to use both of the JDKs, but not for the same installation. Okay, so you remember we have a generic WebLogic, we have a Fusion middleware, and we have a OHS. Okay,
Yes, yes.
so we can use one JDK for one of the installation. So let's say when we go for 1.7 update 80, okay, we can use it to install the generic one. Okay, and when we install the Fusion middleware, we can go for 1.8 update 77. Okay, similarly for OHS, we can use one of these. Is it clear to you?
Okay. I mean, so why one JDK is not enough for
No,
this
one GDK
installation?
is
Why?
enough. We can work with 1.7 as well, and we can work with 1.8. We can work with any one of them. That's not an issue. The reason being, most of the environments, if you go for current environments, which are not the latest, they work with 1.7. So they don't have 1.8 as of now. If someone is doing a new installation, they go for 1.8. So just to make sure that it is compatible with both versions, and that will be proof of evidence that we can work with both JDK. That's just for that reason. Okay, and nothing like, it's all about choice. Okay, so if until or
Okay,
unless it is compatible with your certification matrix, you can use any one of them. Okay, the reason
okay,
we
okay,
said is when we see our certification matrix for WebLogic, it says it supports both versions. It supports 1.7 and 1.8. So when we will use both of these JDKs and our infrastructure works, that will show us a proof that yes, as Oracle says, it should support both versions, and it is actually supporting both versions. So as a test, okay. But it's your choice if you want to go for 1.7 or update 80 or 1.8, you can use any one of them, and you can just work with one of the JDKs for all of your software piece. Okay.
okay. And also, how you are getting the metrics actually from supported Oracle at the moment, right?
Sorry, can you be a little louder? I was not able to hear it clearly.
Yeah, how did you get that metrics? So it is via supported Oracle.com only, right?
Yeah, that matrix
That
is available in the website. Okay, so for any of the softwares you want to use for Oracle, that certification matrix will be there at Oracle website. You can download it, you can check it yourself. So that's always there. The reason being, they have to inform their customers about it, that with a software release, with the release of a product, they also release a certification matrix to make sure what are the compatible versions of other softwares which should be integrated or which should be tested with it. So that's always there, and you can check it for any of the products.
okay, okay, okay. Thank you. Okay.
No problem. So you have set up your virtual box and you have set up your Linux as well, Rakesh?
Yesterday I downloaded all those. I will set up today. Okay.
So you can do Linux now if that's now being set up.
Mm,
So that when we go to the next process, you are in sync, and all of us are in sync, and we go with the same pace, isn't it? I mean, you have time, it's not going to take much time.
okay, I started. I start now. Okay.
Yes, yes, please. And you have also downloaded the rest of the softwares which we discussed yesterday.
Yes, I had downloaded those softwares.
Okay, so Mohan, for you, yesterday actually we were planning to go ahead with installation and all, but Rakesh also missed the earlier classes. So what we did yesterday was most of the cover-ups. So whatever we discussed the previous day, so all similar things were discussed yesterday. So it was on the environment setup, build, what do we need, the prerequisites and other things. So that the same thing was discussed yesterday. So again, it will be, I mean, you did not miss anything so far. So it's all good for you.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
No problem. Cheers. I think it's going to take a while, and then so to ask me these questions, what is your general understanding in WebLogic so far? Like how acquainted you are in terms of knowledge, or what you know about WebLogic so far? Any interactions with it? Like maybe let's start with Mohan, and then I can reach out to Rakesh also.
I didn't get to. I mean, actually, what we think about WebLogic, you are saying?
Yeah, so I just wanted to know, did you get a chance to, work with WebLogic environment, or you have ever logged in, or I mean, you started working with it?
Uh,
How it is?
yeah, I started. I mean, in my organization, I work on it. What I actually do is like I'm monitoring those as like I'm a DevOps guy here.
Mm-hmm.
So what I actually do is like when some developers reach out to me, I'll just do the deployments, and
Okay.
just monitoring the servers. That's it for now. Environment has been set up before coming. I mean, before I joined this company.
Yeah, I got
Already
it.
the
So
environment.
it's like you have more of a monitoring and deployer role as of now.
As of now, that's it. So
Yeah.
the project is being still in, it just going to the production phase. So I didn't get any chance. The production is handled by some other company. So I haven't set up any environment.
Okay, I
So
got the point. I got the
basically,
point. Very well.
yeah,
So this will certainly help you to understand it, what
yeah,
you're doing, how you're doing, and what you can further do. Very good.
yeah. That's what I need to learn. Yeah, thank you.
Rakesh?
Yes, actually, I have means what actually I have only started and stopped. Okay, but I had logged in once one or two times console. Um,
Okay, so
so I have just
what I
I
understand
just have
is for both of you, it's more like a look and feel is what you have seen so far.
yes, but not
Exactly.
anything like but we don't know the background actually how it's working, everything.
Correct.
Where the where the logs are getting stored, where to check if something is not working. That's the
Main thing is like when we run into some issues, regarding server, all of a sudden the server goes into some kind of different state, but it is running, but the health is changing. At the time we need to check the logs, and we'll be finding some queue manager, some kind of things. As a basic, I'm a new guy, I don't know anything. So in order to while we go into this WebLogic, we can, we have that capability of getting those issues and finding,
Yes, yes, correct.
getting
So
some solutions for those kind of issues and all because
yeah,
of
yeah.
the
So
data source
it's all
or
about understanding. So what happens is, I mean, issues keeps on coming in, but as soon as you see the logs and you see an error, okay, when you have understanding about WebLogic infrastructure, you immediately understands, or at least you can pinpoint where the pain area is, and then you can hit right on the spot. So that certainly would be there once you
yeah,
have knowledge on WebLogic.
yeah. That's what the main thing is like the product is going into production, so we can expect so many issues, right? So in the prior to that, if I get some knowledge on that, I can deal with this.
Of course,
That's
that's
my
that's
job
correct.
as well.
Production is always painful. Trust me on that.
Yeah, we are still getting onto it, and now only it's like now watching a
Okay, okay, got it.
kind of pain.
Thanks for that, and thanks for helping me understand. This also helps me. What needs to be covered for you guys. so that you can support whatever is required from your side.
Yeah.
And also, what is SOA actually means?
Okay, SOA, it is extended, so that's used for orchestration, and it comes with various other artifacts. So most of the things in SOA is like composites. So it is like advanced thing where you want to design something else. Okay, for example, there are BEPL in this, which you can create workflows, you can decide. So I'll give you a very simple example. Okay, for example, if you have to do a calculation, okay, for interest rate. Okay, so you want to say that you are getting a package, you're getting a file from outside, from a different system. Okay, and that file comes with an interest rate to a bank. Now bank takes from some other vendor interest rate as 4, but to its customer it wants to provide an interest rate of 6%. So they have to append 2% extra. So for that, in SOA will have to create a BEPL workflow, which actually will be done by your developer. So it's in two ways. SOA is there for developers, like Weblogic is also there for developers, and SOA is there for administrators. Okay, so developer guys, they create their workflows into it. So they will create something like an input, a result set, a outcome, assign, and all those workflows will be decided. You guys have ever seen Informatica or any of these tools where you can drag and drop things and then put some values into it? Any experience with that?
Uh, I mean, presently now I've got Informatica administration, so I'm doing that.
So you must be knowing it. So I'll tell you, it will have something called designer. Okay, like if you would have worked with,
Power
some
Center
tools
Designer.
where you have designer, right? Like Informatica also you have designer. So similarly, just consider one tool where you have designer. You can drag and drop values. You can create a sync between it. So you can say that first step is this, first step is control, then there will be arrow, then you create another. So mainly you are creating a workflow, and through that workflow you assign them different roles. So once these workflows are created, they are packaged as a composites, and those composites are deployed into SOA environment. And once they are
Okay, those
yeah,
are actually the repositories you're talking.
no, this is a different. So
Folders. Okay.
repository comes in your BIP, which is your OBI BIP, right? Business publisher.
Okay.
Okay, so repository comes there.
So what I was like when I went through, there are some folders. In those folders, there are these workflows and all, as you told.
So here it is called actually SOA composites. So in
Okay, okay,
SOA,
got it. Sorry to interrupt.
in SOA it is called SOA composites. So anything you design, it can be a human workflow. All these things they are known as SOA composites. Okay, there is a mediator. Okay, you people design mediator. So it contains many things. It is a BEPL. Within BEPL you have mediators which controls how defines how input, how outcome will be. So all these together they become composites. These composites are deployed, they package all these composites and they are deployed on SOA. Okay, once they are deployed into SOA, those works as an application and that runs on your SOA. Okay, so SOA is completely different than WebLogic, because WebLogic internally in terms of management, yes, it's same. Okay, the way you start up your servers, the way you do the thread control, the way you do monitoring, creating data sources and other stuff. So those are basics because they all work on top of WebLogic. But when it comes to performance tuning and few other things, then SOA is completely different. The reason being, you will have to do optimizations and control for BEPL. For example, if you have to do a performance tuning. In WebLogic, if you have to do a performance tuning, you can do it at WebLogic level. But for SOA, you will have to do it for BEPL workflows. You will have to set timeout specific to BEPL. So it will be different. So you do a performance tuning specific to its components. So that means to SOA components. Okay. So you have BPM there, you have OSB, you have so different. SOA comes with different features. And depending upon organization you need, maybe few organization they want to make use of BPM. Few organization they don't want to use BPM. Okay, so most of the time what I've seen is people go for either BEPL because they want to work with the workflows, or they want to go with OSB because the requirement is for OSB, working with different vendor SKUs and other things. So within SOA also there are separation, and depending upon organization use, they use a specific component of SOA. And even if you would have seen earlier versions of SOA, I mean, in case if you're not, SOA was giving you an option. You want to go with the OSB or not. OSB installation was separate. Beppel was separate, but now everything is integrated and you can choose. While installing SOA, you can choose what you want in your system and what you want to ignore. So that is possible now. So every version comes with a different flavor, and depending upon a version, you need to understand what its capability is and what it can do. But SOA again is a big topic. It's a separate session itself. So Weblogic, when you learn Weblogic, you should learn SOA after that.
Okay.
We will be using, I mean, we are using OSB service layer.
Okay, you are using OSB?
Yeah, we are having OSB in our environment.
So you use it as a between different vendors communication, or as a queue resource? How you use it? What is the use of OSB in your environment?
I think it might be the queue resource.
Yeah, it must be, because OSB main feature is, what it does is it can support, external systems also. Let's say, for example, you are working with your MQ, okay, and then you have to send it in some other format. So it can take different message queues into different formats. It can transform that and then make it compatible to your version of software.
Okay. I think then we are using that. I mean, for the queues only.
Yes, so it must be that. It's one good tool, and it has been enhanced quite a lot now. Okay, let me set it up quickly. PSP.
I mean, for OSB, we do deployments by going into those service accounts which we created,
Yes,
and
so
then we apply
OSP
those
also,
deployments.
like similar to Weblogic. Like Weblogic, we have a console, right? OSP also
We do
has
have a console.
own console.
Yeah, we have normal console and also SB console. I mean, SB console in the sense,
Normal
we just
console in the
created as
sense
SB.
that will be your administration console,
Yeah,
from
admin
where you can
console.
manage it. But on top of that,
Exactly.
when people want to work with OSB, so they go
Yeah,
to OSB console and then they, create. So any rules
exactly.
they want to create, they have to create it at OSB console. From main
Exactly.
console, they just have to manage it. They can define the
Just
parameters and all those things.
exactly. And while going into that OSB console, I mean, not admin console, OSB console, we do deployments in that OSB console only.
Yeah. Okay. So I missed this.
Exactly.
1, 2, 3. PASP 1, 2. So you can have password of your choice, the way you have created in your system, so that you remember it.
Sorry, I didn't get you what you're saying.
No, I was just saying, when you create your machine, you can have password, of your own, so that you remember.
Yeah,
You don't forget.
yeah. We are using IDM suite as well in our environment. I mean, like
Okay.
OAM,
So, and
OAM.
I think you told me earlier you use it for SSO. So you are using only IDM
Yeah.
or OAM as well?
OAM, OIM, OAM, adaptive access as well.
Right. So you're using all those.
Our product is like virtual payment.
Ah, got it.
So
Yeah. So you have to use it. I mean, there is no.
yeah, we have to use each and everything. Yeah, for security, authentication, and all. And yeah,
So okay, just a question. I mean, just in case you guys know. So like when you said OAM, you have users created outside, okay, which is like known as your LDAP. You know about LDAP, right?
yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So what is the difference when you come to WebLogic and you work with your external system? So you have, okay, so consider it that way. What will be the difference between an embedded LDAP and external LDAP? Anything you just want to say, just based on the wordings, understanding? So let's say embedded is something which system provides you. Okay, so Linux is installed. Let's go ahead. Password. Okay, good. Let me check for the Firefox. This must be coming. Right, so all this is in place. Let me check for the terminal. Okay, sounds good. Okay, so it shows me about 17 gigs of space is what I have. Okay, so you see the difference here. Although I have assigned 24 gigs, at system level it shows 21 gigs and 3.1 is already occupied. So I have only 17 gig available with me. Okay, so this would be my local host address. Okay, so let me do one thing. I'm gonna shut it down. Set the preferences to okay, I'll be changing it to bridge adapter. Disabling USB because we don't need all these things. It will be an additional headache for my system. I don't need audio, so I'll disable this as well. Storage, it's fine. This is remote display system. Okay, so anyway, it's all fine. Let me check my preferences again on display. Or let it be. Okay, starting my machine again. Okay, what is the virtual memory you have assigned? Sorry, what is the RAM you have assigned to your virtual machine?
1 GB.
Like in my case, I have assigned close to 4 gigs, I think. For example, if I'll see, it's 4 GB is what I have assigned. So what's yours? Because depending upon what we have assigned on our system, we will be able to assign the same to our managed servers or admin servers.
And also, Idendra, so I will configure later actually.
Okay, no problem. I'm just saying, so that just make sure that you have enough memory for your system. Okay.
Okay. And also, can you record the session actually? Can you share me? Can you share me
Yeah,
so
this
that I can see
session
that?
is being recorded. So it will be
Okay.
later uploaded and then you can have access to it. So that's not a problem. Let
Okay.
me just
Okay.
revalidate, although I clicked on, session recording. Let me see, it should be, yeah, so this session is being recorded and it's still in progress. Yeah.
I think I
Okay.
have kept only 1 gig.
You have assigned only 1 gig.
Yeah, but you can change also, right? Yeah.
So better make it a larger size so that, we don't find any issues later on.
Yeah, I mean, you want me to keep like 2 or 4?
You can make it 4 because when you work with VirtualBox, you won't be running anything else. So once your
Okay,
VirtualBox is down, then it will be available back to your system. So that should be okay.
that should be good, right? Yeah, I'll be using that and I will be increasing to 4.
Okay, now there is one more thing I need to do. Okay, so let me run this guest edition so that I see my mount points. And let me get my machine restarted. Just checking for my packages is if I have everything in place. Okay, so nothing is required. Good. The software is the downloads. Okay, let's get it started. I still don't see the mount points here. Let me just see. I restarted it. Okay, and then let me do that again. Delete, delete, add folders again. Software, and select read automine, make mine. Your school Okay, I still don't see the mount points. Let me. No. Okay, in that case.
I think there is something like a mount it. So
Yeah, but I wanted to mount from my Windows, so it should appear here actually. I have already given in the shared folders. Maybe this guest edition is not working for me. It should work, but the guest edition it has not taken. Let me try that again. Because it says it cannot recognize my this thing. Let me remove this. Okay, seems to be some issue with it. Insert guest information image. Sometimes it does create a problem. It doesn't come up the way it should. This is fine. Go full screen. Okay, let me see something. I think something must be wrong. Shared is specified. D drive software. Read only. Mount points. Guest editions not found. It's there. Okay, this has been run. Let me try this as well. Run as a root. Okay, so I still don't see it. So I'll do one thing. Let me fix this and we'll proceed with installation tomorrow. Okay, so I'll fix this thing by tomorrow and then we can do it for tomorrow. I'll push the softwares and everything.
Okay, okay. And also, can you please share this video today?
Yes, yes, we can share this. So I'll have this recorded and I'm just waiting. Actually, they are about to give me a box seat credentials or something so that I can upload it there. So once they do it, I'll upload it and then you can access it from there. Okay, so I'll get you the details for that.
Okay, and also and PPT yesterday what means you have PPT, right? So at least
For
can you
yesterday,
share
you're
it?
saying?
Not yesterday, since from the beginning, whatever the PPT you are having.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah, you can got all those details. So what they said is there is a link somewhere in box 8 something where I can upload it and they can share it from there. So maybe they'll give you access to that and then you can take it from there. Okay.
Okay, so I need to talk to Anwar, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Anwar is the guy. I'll speak to him otherwise. If I can give it to you directly then I can share. If they want you to take it from there, then we can upload it there, and you can take it from there. So that's not an issue. Anyways, I have
Okay.
it with me. So in case you guys are required, I can give it to you anytime. But I'll just check with them once. Okay.
Okay then. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So meanwhile, I'll fix my this problems with my virtual box, and then let's get started tomorrow with this one.
Okay then. Okay.
Okay. Thanks for your time, guys.
Yeah.
We'll catch up tomorrow again.
Okay. Bye.
Okay, fine. Bye.
Bye, man. Bye.